What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Yota Xpedition. We are back working on the Tacoma giveaway. In our last video, we installed some brand new lights from Morimoto. We got some new taillights in there, we got headlights in there, and we upgraded that third brake light. Today, we have a bunch of stuff laid out here that we're gonna be installing on the Tacoma. Jared, what do we have here?
So this entire layout we have here is all ARB products, mainly gonna be the roof rack, but we also have their Safari Snorkel here. And we also have, to go along with the Snorkel, their Differential Breather kit. So where do you want to start, Corey? Probably just the roof rack?
Yeah, main goal today is get the roof rack installed. This is a little bit different than all the other roof racks on the market. It's more or less a universal base roof rack here, and then the legs, or the part that mounts to your roof, is the vehicle specific part. So we're gonna get this figured out, we're gonna get that mounted, and then we have some traction boards and an awning from ARB. We're gonna be getting those mounted to the roof rack. And then tomorrow we're gonna tackle the Snorkel and that diff breather. So we're gonna get this stuff out of the way, and then we're gonna hop right into the install. All right, so we got all the holes cut out there to expose the threads. Now we can go ahead and take our feet, and we're gonna get these mounted up to the roof.
All right, while Corey is cutting the driver's side molding, I just wanted to step in and remind you guys that we're building this Tacoma for one of you lucky viewers, and here's how you can get entered to win.
Right here we have our 2021 Tacoma that we're giving away to one of you guys, and we're also installing over $30,000 worth of parts. We just took it out for its first test after putting on the wheels, tires, and suspension, and it is definitely off-road worthy. If you guys want to get entered to win this Tacoma, make sure to head over to our website. Every $1 you spend on our eligible giveaway products is going to get you one entry. October 31st is the deadline, so don't sleep. Head over to YotaXpedition.com, get entered today, and you could potentially be driving home in your brand new, fully built Tacoma. Okay, so now we're ready to do the next part, and that is assemble the base rack itself with the side panels on, and then we can lift that up and get it onto the feet. So we're gonna take one of these, and we're going to take two of the carriage bolts that they give you, and then we are going to drop that into the channel, and we'll twist it so that it locks in place and can't come out. We'll put one here, we'll put one down there, the same thing back here. Go. Okay, so now that we have those in place on the bottom of the rack, we can take one of our side pieces and we can flip that over, drop that down onto those carriage bolts, get all that lined up, and we'll put a washer and a nylock nut on all of those. Now we're going to get our measurement from this side to the other side, and then we can center these up accordingly and get them tightened down. All right, so we got the front measuring 45, we got the rear measuring 42 3/4. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten these up, and then we could lift it up, put it on the top of the Tacoma, see if it fits, and if it does, we can bolt it down. now that we have the roof rack all done on the Tacoma, the next thing we're gonna do is start mounting some of our accessories to it. So we have some stuff here from ARB. We have some brackets for their awning. We have some tie downs, and we also have some brackets for the recovery boards. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of this stuff done. All right, next up we got our traction board mounts here from ARB. So let's go ahead and open these up. Last accessory to go up on the roof rack is the awning here from ARB. This one is 6.5 feet long. We also have the quick release brackets here from ARB, which should make the installation very simple when we are putting them on the dovetail here on the side of the base rack. So let's go ahead and get these brackets open and get this awning installed. All right guys, so we have the awning set up. Now there is also a really cool feature to this awning, which is a built-in LED light that can switch from cool white to an amber color. Unfortunately, we have lost the controller, so we cannot plug it in and we cannot show you it working. We're gonna have to reach out to ARB to get us another one.
No, this is it. It's in this one. There were two. I got it.
All right, so we just finished up with the awning, got that thing all wrapped up, and now we're working on the next part here, which is this snorkel, the Safari Snorkel from ARB. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rip out the factory intake. We're gonna get the template laid out here, and then we can start cutting this fender up, drilling holes, and get this thing installed. There we go. Get this out of our way. Blade, we're ready to roll. So now we're gonna take the snorkel and we're gonna do a test fit here. We're gonna get it in the holes, just like so. So I have inward pressure here on the snorkel, holding it in place. I'm going to mark both sides of our bracket and also this face here, like so. Now we can pull this back off. So there's where our bracket is going to sit. So now we can take this back off and we can set this back in place just the way we marked it. And now we can mark our 3 holes there on the pillar and drill those out. So we got our riv nut tool out here. Got our M5 riv nut on there, and we're gonna put some black silicone on that before we install it. And if we want, we could put some silicone on the screws as well. That way, we don't have to really worry about water getting inside the pillar. Go ahead and put our riv nut down in there. Crimp that, tighten it up a little bit more. That should be good. Silicone. All right, bracket is nice and tight on there. It's not going anywhere. I'm glad you hit record because I wasn't going to do that again. All right, so we muscled the coupler through the hole here. Don't forget to put your clamp on. And now we can take the bottom of our air box. We'll get that shoved in there, get our holes lined up, get that bolted back down, get that tightened, and then we can get the snorkel connected to this side. All right, all 6 of the studs are tight. That thing ain't going nowhere. All right guys, snorkel is finished up. We have one more thing left from ARB that we're gonna put on the Tacoma before we wrap up this video, and that's gonna be the diff breather. Let's go ahead and get that done. So on the back of the Tacoma, you have this little compartment here on the bedside, which you really never know what to put in there. So we're gonna utilize that space to put our manifold for our breather. Should be fairly easy. We're gonna run our line from the top of our rear diff up and over into this little compartment. We're gonna get this thing mounted in there, and it should be pretty safe in there from getting water in it and debris. So let's go ahead and start getting the Tacoma up in the air. We'll get that factory fitting off of the rear diff, and then we can run our brand new line from there. I might have to drill the hole that's in there a little bit bigger so I can fit the line through it, and then we'll get this mounted up and we'll be good to go. So right here on top of the diff, we have our breather. And what this actually does is when this is moving around in here, it builds pressure, and this is a release valve so that the pressure can come out. If this is bad, or over time this can get rusty and not spin freely, and the pressure is trapped inside of your rear axle, what's going to end up happening is your rear axle seals are going to end up probably blowing out, and you're going to start leaking diff fluid. So you want to make sure that this is spinning freely and working as it should. And we're going to go ahead and take this out, put our new fitting in there from ARB, put our line on there, and then we're just going to route it along some of the factory stuff. We have this wiring here. We're going to route it up there, get it zip tied to that, and then we'll shoot over to the bedside and get it all hooked up. All right, so the diff breather is now finished, and we've probably gained about 2 feet of more height as far as where the breather is at. If we did run it all the way up front and we had it in the engine bay, it would be roughly about the same height. I looked on the side of the truck where it is currently mounted and ran it up to the front, and it's roughly about the same area as where we would have it in the front. So we're not really losing any height by putting it in here. I think this compartment is pretty underutilized, and I think this is a great spot to put it. It's very convenient, it's very close to the diff itself, so you don't have to run the line all the way down the truck and worry about getting it in the way of exhaust and all the other stuff that's down there. So this is a really nice setup. Now we can hit some deeper water and not have to worry about water getting into our rear diff. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. The giveaway Tacoma is starting to come together. We got all the stuff from ARB finished up today. We got the roof rack on there, the awning, the traction boards, we got the snorkel, and we finished it up with the rear diff breather. We have way more in store for the Tacoma. In the next one, we got front and rear bumper, we got rock sliders, and much more. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you think of the Tacoma so far, and make sure to head over to the website and get entered. Every $1 is gonna get you 1 entry when buying from our eligible giveaway products. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.